Wedding reception lighting. How do you do it? Where do you pick the lights? What lights do you use? I know you had those questions and you clicked on the right video, because today I'm going to be showing you some different lighting techniques that you can do for wedding receptions. I'm going to be showing you some shots on the computer and just kind of walking you through where I set up my lights and why I did what I did. All the good stuff. So stay tuned. What's going on YouTube? A-Train here, bringing y'all another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, my name is A-Train. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based out of College Station, Texas. On my channel, I post photography, tips, tricks, and tutorials. So if you're interested in that type of content, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any videos. I know wedding reception lighting can be scary to people, especially if you're a beginner photographer or shooting your first wedding. It's just kind of, intimidating. I remember when I shot my first wedding, I was pretty nervous about off-camera flash. Even though I already knew off-camera flash, I was just nervous. But honestly, it's not even that bad, and some people make it out to be like it's so hard or so bad. But I'm gonna be breaking down everything so you won't be worried about shooting weddings or just using off-camera flash when it comes to wedding receptions. Now, when it comes to weddings, just honestly, photography in general, I think it's so important to know off-camera flash, because you never know what type of situation you're going to be in. And when it comes to wedding receptions, some of them are very dark. I've been to multiple wedding receptions with different kind of lighting, and sometimes you just don't have a lot of light, and you just have to know how to use off-camera flash to get nice exposed shots. Enough talking, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to take you over to the computer. I'm going to show you some shots and explain some different lighting techniques that you can try out on your next wedding. All right, y'all, so we are over in Lightroom now. I'm just gonna be, like I said, I'm just gonna be walking y'all through some shots that I got with some weddings and just kind of explaining everything. So with this first technique or lighting setup right here, it's very simple. Now with this one, you can use an assistant. If you have one, they could just carry around the light and, kind of like just be your lighting assistant and place the light wherever you need, the light to be on your subjects or whatever. So I didn't have an assistant, so with this setup right here, what I did is I have the light right beside me to my left, and I'm just have it up high, angled down at my subject. So it's a very simple lighting technique that anybody could try. It just works. So if you don't want to set up a lot of different lights, you could just do this right here. Just put your light right beside you. Whenever you move around, just take your light stand and place it on your subjects, and the photos look pretty good. So as you can see, I like to do a lot of black and white, and these are some shots that I got with this setup. So as you can see, I just have the light placed to my left, and I'm just taking some shots. It's a very simple setup. I think the photos look pretty good. I think it's great if you're just starting out and you don't want to get too advanced and technical with it. Just carry around your light or hire an assistant and have them follow you around. All right, so with this setup right here, I am using 3 flashes. So I have 2 off camera. I have one in the back corner of the dance floor, and I have a light on the opposite side, lined up with my other light. So it's kind of like a cross light. I think it's called cross lighting, but this is one of my favorite setups. And I also have the light on my camera as fill light. So this is one of my favorite setups. It creates some nice highlights. It illuminates the background and, kind of provides that glowy type look, which I really enjoy. So it's once again, this is a simple light setup, and it's one of my go-tos. So I'll show you some different images with this. As you can see, you have nice highlights. You have, it's providing separation from the background. That's what I like about off-camera flash. It provides that separation, with the highlights from the background. So your subject, kind of pops out, and I found that it makes the photos look more kind of, 3-dimensional, versus if you didn't use multiple lights, your subjects can kind of get lost with that background and the photos kind of look flat. So this is one of my favorite setups. As you can see, we have some nice rim lights right here and right here. I'll show you some different shots. It's the bride right here. And like I said, I have my own camera flash providing me that feel. And I just kind of move around and keep those lights behind my subjects or to the side. And I just kind of move around within that opposite side, providing that field flash from the front. As you can see, you have this nice kind of like illumination and glow coming from this light over here, and then I have a light coming from this way. I'll show y'all some different shots. And this reception right here, it was pitch dark out there, so you know, I had to use off-camera flash. And I didn't even mention I'm using the Godox 8200. This is the flash that's in the back of the reception right here, and on the opposite side I have the Godox 8200 with the, I think I'm using the mag sphere, but I think on the 600 it was just a bare flash. And I think I used a CTO gel too, a 1/4 CTO gel, just to kind of brighten up that flash, the temperature of the flash. I'll show y'all some different shots. I like these shots right here. I have my light providing this glow in the back, and then I have a light in this area. As you could see, you have this backlight right here. I love shooting backlit, and you'll see with these wedding receptions, a lot of my lights, I just like when it's backlit because it provides that glow, just a nice glow and illumination in the back. And honestly, I probably could have shot this whole wedding reception with just the 8600 and a field flash on camera, because the 8600 is super powerful. If you need a super strong light, 8600 is perfect. The only downside to it is it's big, it's bulky, it's heavy, but just, you know, as far as having that power there, if you need it, the 8600 is Godox AD600 is perfect. The 200 is good too, but the 600 just has more power. So here's some more shots. I think my wife got these shots. I'm not sure if the light was flashing from this side, but I think she just used an on-camera flash. Some more backlit shots. And like I said, it was super dark reception. Only lights we had was, you know, these string lights and then our strobes, off-camera flashes. So moving on to some more shots, and I forgot to mention everything, all the lights that I'm using will be linked. All my gear that I'm using will be linked in the description below. But like I said, for all these shots, I'm using the Godox 8600, the Godox 8200 Pro. I'm using Magmod gear, the Mag Sphere, and my on camera is the Godox TT685. So that will all be linked in the description if you want to check it out or buy it. So with these shots right here, and I forgot to mention also, I usually place my lights in the corner of the dance floor, or sometimes I'll place them, you know, towards the wall of the reception, just getting them out of people's way. And I weigh them down with sandbags so people, you know, they can't knock the lights over and stuff like that, because that will happen. So make sure you weigh your lights down and stuff like that. I'll provide the sandbags that I use in the description below also. But with this one, I have the, I think, a Godox 8200. As you can see, it's coming from this side, so it's in the back, kind of like in the back of the reception. But I also have a light kind of behind me to my left, and that's kind of illuminating from the front. I don't think I had an on-camera flash for these, so I have two off-camera flashes. I have the big light in the corner, so I try to maneuver around that so that my subjects are backlit or kind of, you know, lit from the side to give them some highlights, separation from the background. And then my light behind me, I'm just kind of moving that light around depending on where I set up. Now I know some people, they just like to set up their lights, leave them, but sometimes I'll just kind of move mine around. I don't have an assistant and my wife is shooting, so I'll just move my light around until I get it where I want. Here's another one. And like I said, I do a lot of black and white images, but I have the light coming from over here, and then I have a light kind of to me, behind me, giving some feel from that side. I'll show y'all some different shots. You could see the light lighting up from over here, and then I have my light behind me for some feel. Show y'all some different shots. Yeah, those are my lighting setups. Like I said, it's not really hard. When it comes to lighting, you're just gonna have to play around and just see what you like. Like I said, I like to put my light stand by me and move it around depending on where I'm at and where I need the light to be. Sometimes I'll just set them up in the corners and stuff like that. But if y'all have any questions, drop them below in the comments. And also, I have an off-camera flash series on my channel where I explain everything about just flash, off-camera flash. So if you want to check that out, or you're a beginner looking to get into off-camera flash, you definitely want to check out that series. I'm going to link it in the card up top. That's it for the video. Be sure to drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share this to a friend if you think it could help them out, and subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every single week. I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.